All right. All right, YouTube. I see you. You joined us today for another lovely reading, eh? You did. We are reading the 1420s today. And this is the first one. Just trying to figure out if the music is too quiet on my side now. I think this is okay, actually. It's also not a loud song to begin with, so you don't have to worry too much about that. But yes, quick check. Good, we're good. We're good to go. So, YouTube, I hope you enjoy this video. It's gonna be me, just reading this, and deep diving into the SCP world, very deep. I'm talking, we're gonna read all these fuckers. And y'all are with me. This video alone is just for anybody who wants to, we learn what the SCP was about, or for people who are new to the SCP Foundation, they have something to check out if they want to. I usually try to be funny while doing this, or like joke around, but I also try to analyze it, So if you do like this, give it a thumbs up and press that subscribe button for me. Now we start with tartary eggs, like tartare. So like the eggs are like meaty. I would be kind of concerned if my chicken laid an egg, and I open it up and it's just pure meat, like pure compressed meat in there. I'd be like, what are we feeding our chickens? What is happening? But okay, Euclid. 3 instances of SCP-1420 are to be contained in individual perforated steel containers when not being tested. These containers are to be placed in a standard anomalous creature containment chamber, a gas system capable of flooding the containment room with hydrogen when needed to be kept in good repair. A reinforced plexiglass viewing window is to be installed and checked for damage weekly. At minimum, 2 armed guards will be present during a hatching event to respond to instances of -2. Okay. I assume that -2 is not just the fact that it's a meaty inside of those eggs. It might be something else, something alive. Instances of SCP-1420 are 8 cm long, egg-shaped objects composed of alternating strips of eggshell and elastic, leathery material characteristics of reptile eggs. Okay. Who lays them? On the narrow tip of each object is a small patch of muscle tissue. At approximately 4 a.m. every first and second Thursday of each month, the muscle will contract and all instances of SCP-1420 will open. Ugh. So it's just like... No cracks or seams are visible before, during, or after this process. The leathery sections will stretch to accommodate the opening. SCP-1420 will close within 3 minutes during most hatching events. Upon hatching, a small creature hereby known as -1 with avian and or reptilian characteristics will be produced by SCP-1420. Instances of -1 normally weighs less than 600 grams, are often malformed, and typically expire shortly after emergence from SCP-1420. Recorded creatures produced by SCP-1420 include an abnormally muscular snake with a clawed prehensile tail and 2 legs, expired approximately 4 minutes after birth. Oh. So you can't have a pet. It's not gonna look at you and be like, "Mama," and you're like, it thinks I'm its mama, but because I was here when it came out of the egg, what am I supposed to do? And then you raise it, and you have your own like hybrid Griffith monstrosity. Necropsy deemed cause of death to be lack of circulation. Ah, shit. Okay, I see. Yeah, an infant domestic chicken, completely devoid of feathers and lacking eyes or toes. Wait, toes? I guess. Yeah. I guess the claws are toes, aren't they? Necropsy revealed that the bone structure was more similar to that of a reptile than an avian. They're dinosaurs. A small multicolored bird that collapsed on the testing table shortly after birth showed no signs of life until researchers Aura entered to retrieve and terminate. Specimen exploded when approached. Researcher Aura was sprayed with a caustic liquid that quickly evaporated. He recovered and returned to duty after 1 week. Ooh. Little chicken grenade. Imagine you have that egg and you're just like, fire in the hole, and just toss that, and then the enemies are like, is that an egg? Just this cost like, what the fuck is in those eggs, bro? A feathered and winged lizard capable of limited flight. Testing showed that it had several highly venomous retractable spines on its wings. Terminated without incident, necropsy revealed specimen's bone structure to be hollow and lightweight. A scaled avian creature with a large growth around its neck. It produced a sound that rendered researcher present unconscious for 8 minutes. The exact same... Isn't that... Yeah, no, never mind. It's 8 centimeters, 8 minutes or something. Never mind. I misremember. It produced a sound when the researcher was present unconscious for 8 minutes. Specimen expired during period of unconsciousness. Necropsy deemed cause of death to be internal hemorrhaging in the throat. None of these things survive. But it's a Euclid one. I guess the only Euclid part is that there are occasionally explosive multicolored birds coming out, but other than that, it doesn't seem to be that worrisome. Reduct. Why won't you work? Hold on. It ain't working the way it's supposed to work. I'm just going to keep on reading while I'm working on the technical difficulties. Redacted. See addendum A. Additional SCP-142 test logs. How many? Oh, I see there was an extra page. Let me just do this. Now let's see if it works now. Doesn't seem to work. Hello? Hello? That's odd. That's the first time this ever happened. Let's go to... Usually with Redacted, I have like a button that changes my voice to more like demonic sounding, so it's kind of like sounds a bit more, you know, off-putting. But the fact that it does not work worries me. Everything seems to be set up correctly here, though. So I don't understand. It's the right mic and so on and so forth. Yeah, what about the sound port? Does that work? What? That's not working either. Why not? But if I click here...
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
That works. But if I click on my okay, then not sure what's wrong there. I have no idea what's wrong there. I have no idea what could potentially fix this. So we're just gonna leave the Redacted alone for today. Well, we're not gonna like change my voice for it. I mean, we just have to say Redacted instead, just for the fun of it. There's a test log of several creatures produced by SCP-142. Oh, most unstable creatures are omitted apart from the earlier specimens. The format is as follows: specimen name, description, a physical description of the specimen, observation, description of all observation regarding the specimen, behavior, demeanor, diet, vocalization, etc. Additional notes about the specimen. So how many do we have? We have at least, yeah, we don't have that many. -1. An extremely muscular snake with a clawed prehensile tail and 2 legs, 408 grams. Paced rapidly around the room, attempting to climb walls, expired approximately 4 minutes after birth due to lack of vascular circulations. Anomalous effect of SCP-1420 ascertained. Then we have -12. An infant domestic chicken completely devoid of feathers and lacking eyes or toes. We already read this. Convulsed testing table until it began to relax. It's still until terminate. Yeah, okay. I hope the next ones are new because those are 2 we already know. Here we go. -116. 12-legged reptilian with a feathered tail, 410 10 grams, moved quickly around the testing room and hissed at researchers, spat a foul-smelling liquid, kept alive in a steel cage for 1 week, provided water and fed alive mice, terminated without incident. Okay, so this one actually survived. First fully stable creature produced by SB1420. Okay, so even like the Foundation. So 15 of these things just, you know, couldn't survive, but then the number 16 was like, no, I'm staying alive. Now the question is, does number 18 continue this way? Slender bipedal avian creature with a scaled tail and opposable thumbs, 300 grams. Don't give animals opposable thumbs. Very timid. We know what happens with cats when they get opposable thumbs. We as a human race are doomed. Very timid, attempted to avoid researchers, fled rapidly from them, and did not show aggressive behavior. Kept alive for 1 week by being fed bird seed and kept in the terrarium. Terminated without incident. Formal request has been issued to receive permission to keep a specimen alive for an extended period of time to study long-term behavior. Site director no. Permission granted to keep an instance of -1 alive in the terrarium as long as deemed necessary. Do not remove the specimen from the containment room. I wonder if that happened because like the number 18 was very timid and not aggressive. If one of the researchers like, don't kill it. I mean, look at it. He's kind of nice. He looks kind of nice. He's just a little chonker. Or if they like were like, I mean, since this one was not aggressive, there was no point of killing it this fast. You could have kept it longer and seen maybe some more development. But who knows? Maybe after like 2 weeks of feeding, it suddenly transforms into a kaiju, and then you're fucked. You know. 19. 4-legged stocky large scale. Sorry. 4-legged stocky large scale creatures resembling a pangolin. Scales are serrated and very sharp. No visible eyes. Large ears. Large short beak for feeding. 456 grams. Completely blind and only reacts to sound and physical touch. Arches and flares its scales when threatened. Emits a quiet rumbling sound similar to purring when threatened. Kept alive for 1 month in a terrarium fed with various nuts and fruits, terminated without incident. Instances of -1 have been growing complexity and stability over time, but by what mechanism this is being achieved is unknown. Am I wrong to like, because I don't eat tartar, and I only heard things about it. Tartar is usually only one style of meat, right? It's not like multiple different meat sources smashed together, is it? Tartar is a hard calcified deposit that form and coat the teeth and gums. Oh, that's something else. Okay, we don't need to like see that. Let me look up the food definition of tartar, please. Ground beef, oyster and fruit, served cut into very small piece. Fish or meat are being cooked. She enjoys it. Chill water. Yeah, I think it must be just one type of meat. It's not like it's because I was about to like say if it was multiple type of meats, then this would make sense because it's like mashing multiple animals together. I mean, like, at the end, like, yeah, tartar is still like technically mashing meat together, so that can maybe come from that, but I don't think that's the case. -28. A snake-like feathered reptilian with 18 long scales used as legs, 6 large eyes running from its forehead to the base of its neck, 432 grams. What if How to Kill Reptilian came from all these eggs? I mean, I know they're all dying real fast, but what if like How to Kill Reptilian was like the one that survived? The reptilian who lived. Come to die. Calm demeanor, majority of time is spent asleep. Specimen is difficult to rouse. No venom or fangs. 8 lab mice by pinning them between its legs and swallowing them whole. Kept alive for 1 month to study. Terminated without incident. Request for permission to cross-test instances of -1 until further notice has been filed of this report. Sorry about yawning, guys, but I did. I've only fell asleep yesterday at 3:30 due to drinking a huge amount of G Fuel for yesterday's stream, so it kept me awake. Not sure why the music stopped. What the fuck? How did that happen? Like I moved the table a little bit, and then the music decided like, nah, we're done. Dash 1 cross testing specimen used dash 39. A round scaled creature with 5 legs separated at equal distances on the body, limbs end in small beaks, 350 grams. The specimen moves by rolling along the ground and latching onto surfaces with its mouth. Does not seem to differentiate between things larger or smaller than it. It has weak venom that causes numbness. And now 40, a large mouth lizard with serrated teeth and 6 tentacle-like appendages sprouting from its back, soft feathered body, 4 clawed legs, 400 grams, highly aggressive when present. Feed mice uses tentacles to grip prey and restrain them. Primary method of killing it is its jaws. Result of cross testing. After both specimens were placed in a terrarium, specimen 40 attacked specimen 39 almost immediately. Specimen 40 devoured specimen 39 and promptly ran onto a decorative tree branch in the terrarium. Specimen 40 terminated without incident. Okay, yeah, so it just shows that even if they both are children of the egg, they do not care. They will behave like animals, like, you know, like 2 different animals. Testing has shown that instances of Dash 1 are highly sensitive to levels of hydrogen above normal atmospheric amounts. When between 5 to 10% higher than normal, specimens show signs of distress. When above 10% higher than normal atmospheric levels, specimens rapidly dissolve into a fluid that evaporates within seconds of full dissolution. In reaction to this, a gas system has been installed that can administer hydrogen as needed. Lab analysis of tissue samples reveal no chemical mechanism that causes this. Approximately 12% of all hatching events will result in new instances of SCP-142 being produced instead of an instance of Dash 1. Also, like a new egg. New instances of SCP-142 are identical to all others. They will begin to produce new creatures on the aforementioned schedule. Extra instances of SCP-142 are to be destroyed as soon as possible, except when being used for analysis or testing. By the way, what? I understand that this is instances of AIDS, but like, where do they find so many? They have 40 in the test log. Like, how many do they have? And then on the date of. Are you kidding me? Now the beep sound doesn't work either. Okay, what the hell happened? What is going on? That is so weird. I never had that before. I think the program itself is That's weird. Maybe there was an update that just now that happened in the background that may or may not have fucked it over. Maybe. I don't know. Because no matter what I do, it doesn't work. I can press on it. But yeah, it just, that's a shame. I'll figure it out for next time, hopefully. On the date of blank blank blank, a feathered snake slightly larger than average was produced. Hereby designated Dash 2 and began to grow at a rapid pace until it had become 2 meters long. Hydrogen was administered while Dash 2 seemed to be unaffected and survived long enough to break through the glass viewing window. It continued to increase its size and sprout additional limbs, eventually forming multiple scaled arms ending in avian beaks. It was eventually subdued and terminated after causing blank deaths. A necropsy revealed the creature to contain. Come on, work with me here. It doesn't want to work with me. Eventually, necropsy revealed. Blank death instances of SCP-142 inside a sac in its larynx. Dash 2 and extra instances of SCP-142 were incinerated without incident. Glass viewing window is to be replaced with reinforced plexiglass, and instances of SCP-142 are to be placed inside perforated steel containers. 2 armed guards are to be present for all hatching events. Yeah, I think after one event that goes a bit wrong, that's when usually you decide, like, I think we're good. We're good for today. We're good for now. There we go. Okay, but give me like a minute or two to figure this out. But okay, before I do that, let me just say, of course, once again, this is a fun SCP to read. It's a good SCP to read because it is very simple to get into, and you're like, oh, okay, I get it. It's also like for anybody who's new to it, it's very fascinating. Just like, yeah, it's an egg that gives birth to creatures that are basically like a fusion of multiple different aspects of animals, and at first they didn't survive, but now they do, and some of them are literal freaks of nature. So yeah, it's a really easy SCP to get into and get started, and it's also a good SCP to get into for today's stream. But now let me just figure out if I can somehow fix this weird audio thing.